I've had lots of conversations with women recently who all share insecurities about the size of their boobs. And I really struggled to embrace my larger boobs when I was younger and longed to fit in and wear backless dresses like everyone else. But then I've talked to other women who are flatter chested and felt awkward and self-conscious when they were younger. So women have been pitted against one another when it comes to the size of our boobs and our bodies. And if you take a look back at the fashion industry's history, it's easy to see why. So let's have a quick reminder. Starting back in 1910 with the Gibson girl, curves, hourglass figure, Evelyn Nesbit, it was all about the corset. And let's not forget, women died wearing those corsets to keep their waists so tiny. And then all of a sudden, the 1920s quickly shifted to straight up and down, flatter chest, no cleavage. So all the big-chested women did all they could to hide their curves and bound themselves in tightly. And it's interesting to note in the 1930s that in this decade, we saw the introduction of the new bra cup size. And it was all about soft curves, and that was the preferred shape, and it wasn't anything drastic. But then the 1950s, we've got to think Jessica Rabbit and Marilyn Monroe. The hourglass figure was again the ideal shape. Women turned to shapewear, and there was an increase in weight gain pills in sales. Just women were trying to fit their bodies for the era and for what was the perfect body. In 1960s, another extreme shift from the hourglass curves to the complete opposite with the rise of Twiggy and super slender body shape with smaller breasts. What's a woman to do if you've got those curves and you can't wear the fashion? 1980s saw the supermodels dictate the perfect women's body shape as athletic, svelte but still curvy, Amazonian. And it's interesting to know that there was a rise in eating disorders in this era. Another big shift in the 1990s when Kate Moss came on the scene, and it was all about that waifish, very thin, heroin chic look. Fashion was all about slip dresses and low backs, and I definitely remember not feeling like I fit in, and I wasn't good for anybody with a woman that has a shape like mine. 2010 suddenly became all about the bum, not the boobs, thanks to the Kardashians, and padded knickers became the range. Certainly no good if your bum was as flat as mine. So what's 2020 looking like? Where are we at now in 2022? Thankfully, we started to see a much more diverse range of women's body shapes in the fashion industry. And in the media and advertising, we're seeing so much more representation. But I really do hope it's here to stay and it's not a fad. But the point is, next time you are having a wobble about your own body, remember who's created some of these insecurities for you in the first place. Who gets to decide what the perfect body shape is anyway? You do. We all are imperfectly perfect in our own way. So don't let anyone dictate to you what you can wear, what you shouldn't wear, and what your perfect body image should be. Keep being fabulous.